Hello everyone, Russell Wright and Sue Bell from ThemeZoom.NetworkEmpire.com. I'm very grateful that you made it to the monthly Bring Your Own Silo website webinar. This monthly webinar has gotten quite popular, so we have a very packed room today and getting more packed. So if you have a domain that you'd like us to look at, you're going to have to toss it out like now because we only have time for a couple. And sometimes it can take a while. Every time we look at a website, it takes a little bit different time depending upon what Sue and I start waxing poetically about, or she waxes technically, I wax poetically in the marketing. So go ahead and give us your domain. I'd like to thank everyone. Looks like we have more people coming in, so we might stall for 1 or 2 minutes. It's good to see everybody here. Don, I recognize. George Lutz is here. Guy Porter's here. Mark Steele. Some of you have been with us for like a decade. It's really amazing to see how tightly knit this community has become over the last couple of years. Tim Edwards, good to see you here, and Trish is also here. So lots of people coming in. Hey Sue, thanks for joining us. I know you've been like really busy like the last 2 days. Sometimes this is the only time I get to talk to you.
It's been so much fun.
I only get to talk to you on webinar
Right?
now, even though you're right upstairs. She's like, oh, and I'm like, let's go for coffee. She's like, okay. She goes for coffee, I go to sleep, and then I wake up and then she goes to sleep. So that so we're kind of very busy around here and ramping up for the ThemeZoom Live certification event in May, where we actually show you what I know to be the most powerful, evergreen, safe, sustainable, socially activated, automated empire building system ever devised in the history of the internet. That's just factual, because I've been in the game for a long time. I'm not even just bragging. I'm just saying it's not even me. It's Sue and Matt, and I'm not really the brains behind it. I just write the banners and the conversion copy. So it'll be really good to see any of you who can make it there. And if you can't, you know we have swallowyourmarketwhole.com, which is the online versions of all of these, and we're fanatically building the various courses so that they're affordable even for the beginners. So really exciting stuff. So if anybody has a domain, I still have not. Sue, have you seen anybody passing a domain yet to you?
No.
Guys, this is a bring your own. I'm about to cancel this call if I don't get a domain, because we got stuff to do. Just kidding. We'll throw one out there if you don't have one.
There we go.
Here we go. Okay, good. Who was the brave soul who was
This
willing
was Adrian.
to? Adrian. Okay, good. Adrian, I think we picked you up at OMG, didn't we? Did we meet you at OMG Live, the live event in November, or or have we ever met you? I can't put a face to. I know you've been around a long time. It doesn't matter. So we have the domain here, and I guess Sue, you got the URL. We can just top it in the. Having a little bit of a weird thing happen with the messaging chat system here. Are you getting people's messages, Sue, on chat?
Yeah.
I'm not getting them. Just kind of a trip. That's okay. Because I can't see the domain is what I'm really saying.
Oh. How weird.
Yeah, I've got nothing on the chat windows. But I am recording the event. Guys, there will be a replay.
Okay.
I know some of you have to bug out early. I know some of it's, for some of you, it's really super late, like in France and other places. So, or actually, is it late in France? One of you I know is like on the flip side of this.
Yeah,
So,
it's getting late over there.
It is, okay. Oh, here we go. I think I'm seeing everybody now.
They're starting to come through now? Okay, good.
I've been cut off? Oh, okay, good. There she goes. She's going to start the jabs and the slices again. I got to watch that girl. I just can't do anything without her just going for me. Okay, so
well, somebody's got to when I'm distracted doing webinars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh, is it credit? It's credit. What is that domain?
Rapid credit. This
credit
is, I think, a foreign language. I might have just not had enough coffee yet, but.
Payday loans. Yeah, I'm going to have another sip of coffee right here for that one. Okay, good. Romanian. Gotcha. Okay, I know who you are, Adrian. That's right. Once in a while, you'll ping me on Skype and ask me to explain the mysteries of the entire online business world to you. I recognize it. You ask great questions, by the way, Adrian. That's good. And you're the one who's also hitting me up constantly to get the Romanian keyword research tool, right? And I stand there helplessly saying, hey, you know, when we get to it, on our list of 955,000.
It's coming.
It's coming.
We
actually are serious, Adrian. It's not as easy. Like you tried to give me technical specs on how to, that's ambition when he tells me how to write the code.
Yeah, those upgrades.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it, Sue. Let's look at rapid.
So, Adrian, I'm not seeing any more pages.
Sue, we cannot see.
Is it just the home page? Whoops.
If you are seeing the site, give me a 1. If you're not seeing the site, give me a 2.
No. I had it on pause. It's okay. We're good.
Okay, let me know when
pages.
it's
So
up. I still can't see it, so you just let us know. I got nothing.
It's there.
There we go.
It should be live. Okay.
Everybody can see it? Okay.
Okay, good.
I must have a delay.
All right. So where's your menu, Adrian? Why am I not seeing this?
Well, okay. So
menu. One page. Yep. Oh, sorry. I thought you said 12 pages up above. 12 page, one page. I got it. Okay.
So you've only got one page up so far?
Yeah.
Can somebody else give us a domain? Adrian, if you need to come up, in order for this to be a silo deconstruct, you'll need to add some more pages. Your one page looks
pretty good. Hang on a second. Let me.
Yeah. Glenn's got one as well.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Yeah, because I need a direct line in this office, as I've said before. We do have other sites here as well.
All right, yeah, so I'm not seeing anything bad so far, Adrian. Good job.
Yeah, Adrian, I would, can you hear me still, Sue?
All right. Yep. Your video on YouTube. Yeah, it's fine. We can check out the, yeah, it's great. You get the link that goes back to your site. And he asked if his video was set up okay. It's fine. You just, Google changes its algorithms in that, you know, you're going to get much better rankings, obviously, if you have more pages, but I'm sure that's just coming. All right, so the next one is happycattreat.com. Hang on a second, we're going to move some stuff around a little bit. Let me change some of these. All right, so this site's a little bit more of a siloed site. Let me just change my audio options here so you can hear Russell a little bit better. All right. It is really quiet without Russ, yes. Say something, Russ.
Happy Cat Retreat.
Can you guys hear him okay? All right. A little bit of an echo. All right. So we've got Just take a quick look. Got an opt-in up the top. You might stick your opt-in up above the menu because this menu dupes that, right? So that would give people a little bit more of an opportunity to opt in when they first hit your site. Is that loud enough, guys? Can you still hear me, or do I need to talk a little louder? We switched mics around so that... Give me a 1 if you guys can hear me okay. All right. Great. So then as I come in here, I don't see, oh, you've got your submenu down here. You know, there's an option for the widget on the side. You went full page. I got you now. You went full page, so so your subordinate articles are down here rather than up the side. It's interesting. You know, I think your content's short enough. I'd probably put the sidebar widget up there. I think you'll just get a few more click-throughs. This looks like a pretty new site, huh? There's you got a bit of domain authority, no page rank. You got much traffic coming to it yet? Not too much. Okay. About 12 people a day. It looks okay. I mean, you got our plugin on there, so I know the silo structure is going to be okay. Do you have yeah, you've got some semantic structure on there. What are you doing to drive traffic? Nothing yet. Okay. Not bad views. Did you pay for those views or are those natural? Excellent. Excellent. They're natural. So what do you have? You've got your blog going through to Facebook? Kitties are popular. Yes. Cuddly. Fort Collins, Facebook. Cool. So you're looking, obviously, to rank in the Fort Collins, Boulder, and Denver area, right? Those are the areas that you're targeting. No blog yet. Okay. Got a slow connection to that. You just got slow bandwidth. He wants to know if the header is too large. Rest is good. Looks good.
What about load time?
Well, I don't know if that's...
Tell them to put on a CDN.
Just speak up a little bit. I mean, the mic's right there.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure because I can't really tell on our bandwidth today, but it looks like you might want to use a content delivery. Are you using it? Can you hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Yeah. Turn off my recording still. That's also on the Skype. It's just too many people doing things. I think for webinar. Huh? Can you guys, that's fine, I'm okay.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me still?
Okay. I guess that's better now. So, so yeah, what Russ was talking about was getting yourself on a CDN so that it'll load a bit faster. I'm not really sure, based on the load time, if that's an issue on our side or if the site's just a little bit slow. I know a lot of times some of these, like the Facebook widgets on the side, can take a while to come up. The download page is under construction. All right. So okay.
You might want to tell him. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll do the best I can. I turned off some of the stuff in the lab here. There's a pretty excellent plugin, a couple of them actually. The original one was called Lazy Load Image. It's a plugin. It was fairly decent. It's become a little bit outdated. There's a replacement. Called BJ Lazy Load Image, and you can actually put that in there. It should help the header if it's depending upon the size of the header. So those things will help you. Also, a content delivery network will be very helpful for you as well, loading quickly. But that's being overly critical of your site. It's Mark. It's called Lazy Load Image. LAZYLOADIMAGE. Okay, and there is another comment that someone has made, and I don't disagree with it, about your Aweber form. I can tell that's one of your Aweber default opt-ins. Could be made to look a little bit nicer. I'm being overly. You can get the background so that as your topical area, which is somehow it would be great if you could make those the same. It would look nice and seamless. Well, there's two ways you can do. One, you can use the eyedropper or the color code inside to match up your frame. I'm breaking up. Okay, so you can make your code. It's not any worse than there.
Okay. All right, he'll be back on in just a second. In the meantime, I was looking around at, yeah, I wouldn't have, on your site of landing pages, I wouldn't have your well, let me put it this way. When I'm on your silo landing pages, I get the silo menu over here, but I'm not getting the subordinate menu. And when I'm down here at the category level, I still don't get that other. So you're missing the widget menu altogether, which means that when you're down here, you don't see the other articles in this silo, which is kind of a bummer. So if you're going to do that, you can do that. But if you're going to do that, I would install, what is that plugin? There's a related posts plugin. There's a couple of them that have pictures. And if you look over on our recommended silos or recommended plugins list, I've got one here that I really like. And you can just have that display like right here, right above the footer or something like that. Related. Yeah, this one. Related post thumbs. I like that one.
Can you guys?
You can make it so that it's both in the same category as well as in the same, yeah, we can hear you, Russ.
Okay.
It's in the same category as well as in the got the same tags, and then they'll show up nicely down there at the bottom.
Yes, for the off-topic question, speed does help you
Go for it,
rank.
Russ.
There's a delay, apparently. I've been talking, so. Can you guys hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me.
Yeah.
No, there's a delay. Okay.
You know, I use tags. I just don't. Guy said something about not using tags. I use tags. I just set it so that they don't. The tag pages don't index. Oh, that's an option in most of the SEO plugins. Like I know it's an option in Yoast, and I think it's an option actually in most of the SEO plugins, whether or not you want to use that. Do I index the author? It's okay to index the author. What I'm looking for is to remove dupe content possibilities. So if you've used like some weird tags, you might get, like let's say that you take just one post and you use some weird tags for that one post. Then on those tag pages you'll have just that one post, and you could have it for more than one tag. So you've got multiple ways of getting to that same content. So I tend to not use the canonical stuff so much, but I just don't index those pages. Comment on the silos running under each of the cities. This is a question from Trish. Can I comment on the silos running under each of the cities being the top of the silo, and then categories under each, pretty much the same. So yeah, that's okay. What you want to do is make sure you've got different content. Obviously the title's going to be a bit different. So let's just look at that for a minute. We're here under Fort Collins right at the moment. And we've got Fort Collins cat boarding rates, Fort Collins, no, luxury cat boarding at Happy Retreat. Contact us. Wait a minute. These are facts to consider. Happy cat. Okay, so that's definitely in the Fort Collins. That's definitely in the Fort Collins. The facts to consider when boarding your cats. That's interesting. That's kind of generic. I probably wouldn't have stuck that under the silo. And I have to wonder if that contact us is. Oh, you've got a contact us under Fort Collins as well. Is that because you've got multiple locations? So you've actually got a location under Fort Collins? Because if so, there are other ways you might want to set that up. Kevin talks about, over in the semantic course, he talks about having a contact page and then having subordinate contact pages with each of the individual locales on it. I can appreciate why you did that. Oh, there's only one location. Then I would just have one. Let me just look at your contact us page. I can't imagine it having a lot of unique content on it. Versus the contact us page. Fascinating. I would probably only have one contact us page. What made you decide to put a contact us page under Fort Collins? If you had, I could understand if you had different locations, then you might be putting the location under each one of those silos. And I would definitely put the location if you had different locations, I would definitely be putting them down here. Let me just look. That's Fort Collins. Let me look at Boulder. Hang on. Yeah, so they're all having a Fort Collins address underneath your Boulder silo isn't going to actually help you get ranked for Boulder. I would only have your address on your home page and on your contact page. I wouldn't put it on the footer of every single page. And I might put it on the Fort Collins page since it is actually a Fort Collins address, but I wouldn't put it under Boulder. Let me see, you're actually just trying for, and I wouldn't put it under Denver. Mm. We're going to go through and update the local course to explain some of this stuff a little bit better, but because there's a lot of stuff that's changed with local in terms of how to get it ranked better. But I'm just trying to think about what I would do here. So it doesn't matter that your topics are basically the same under all three cities. That's fine, so long as your content is very different. I still have some sites that rank where the only real difference is the cities on the different pages, but Google's been saying for a long time that it's going to have to be more different than that, and I can see that they're starting to really move in those kinds of directions, so I would make sure that you've got different content. But aside from that, if just debating about the best way to actually, what I know that the direction that they're going to move in is they're going to look at this and they're going to see Fort Collins on your site on this subdomain, and so they're probably going to say the whole site's about Fort Collins, despite the fact that you've got some Boulder pages and some Denver pages in here. And where you don't actually have addresses for the other silo. You know, whatever, I'm trying to think of what your topics really are, your cat boarding market. But if your market were more competitive, I'd probably put a silo, break your locale silos out into different subdomains, because that would help the anonymity of the site. 30% of your business from Boulder and Denver. I can completely appreciate that. So, but I just mean that in the, like if I look at cat boarding, I just don't think it's going to be a really competitive market. PetSmart. See, you've got a domain authority of 13, you got a page rank of 1. Like, that's just not, PetSmart's a larger company, so I expect they're going to be a bit stiffer. It's going to be harder to outrank them. Page rank 3 and a domain authority of 78. Like, that's just, they're the 500-pound gorilla in your market, but everybody else is going to be pretty easy to beat. So I don't think that that's going to be page rank 3, but it's a very weak page rank 3 because the domain authority is only 16. So the trust factor there is kind of weak. So, oh, actually, that page rank was left over. It's page rank 1. So that's, yeah, definitely, we're good there. Your only real competitor is PetSmart. So with that in mind, I don't think you need to shift these out into separate silos. I think this can all be on one site. Yeah, you've already got a domain authority of 14. You just need a couple of really good inbound links, a little bit more trust. You know, let me come back here and take a look at your home page. Did you have a video? You did have a video. You've got 26 videos, 1,000 views. Make sure you put your videos, you embed your videos on your Facebook page. Get some more videos up there. Get a bit more. Let me just come here for a second. So like, you've got a page rank of 1 here. You see the domain authority on YouTube is 100. You've already got a page rank of 1. So these inbound links from your videos are going to pass a lot of link juice to your site. Like, this is just a really easy, quick and easy way to get your site's authority up and running. I know there are no follows, but still pass domain authority and some really good link juice. So if you worked on getting, you've just got such a great topic too, as comments were made earlier, like cats are just cuddly. So if you worked on getting some more videos up there, put them on your Facebook so that you get some of this Facebook traffic to watch the videos, and make sure that your videos link. Just look at this one. Oh, how to stop a nightmare. This one links back. No. So this should link to your homepage, right? It should be the very first thing in your description. And then you'll get all that link juice headed into this page. And same thing with how to stop a nightmare. Link that to your website somewhere. Yeah. This is good. You got the call to action right up there on top. If you've got recent fan reviews, that's great. Do you get a lot of traffic off of your opt-ins, or do they mostly call? My gut hunch is they call. I know a lot of local sites around here that I've worked with. They tend to call the phone number much more than do the opt-in, and mostly call. Maybe 10% opt-in. All right, that's good. Then you might not want to move that down. But what I would do right up here, maybe in your image or something like that, or something, maybe a little teeny widget right above this, would be to just give, if you've got a 5-star rating overall, or whatever your rating is overall, I would put that like right up here because it looks like you're pretty good. So a 5 fan review page or something like that. Just a little bit of trust building is what I'm looking for up there. Anything else, like, I mean, reviews are the best because it's social proof, and that's great. But if you've got any other kind of trust building thing, if you've won awards, or if you're part of the Better Business Bureau, or let me just show you another site really lickety split, and it'll give you a better idea what I'm talking about. So this, like, it's just a little. These are his reviews. This is his Angie's Best review. These are customer lobby reviews. He's part of the Better Business Bureau. And then this is just like a merchant, a verified merchant thing. So, oh, I was gone for a minute. Good, I'm glad I'm back. So that must have been when I tried to load the page. That's interesting. So just like a little blurb of social proof and credibility right up there at the top by the call to action. If it's something permanent, you can put it in here. If it's something that's going to change, like the number of reviews are going to go up, then I would be inclined to put it in a widget, like just create a little image and put it in a widget right at the top there. And aside from that, I think you're good. I would do something, it would be great if you can blog regularly. If you do something like that, add your blog in here and just like make a news thing or something like that, and run Social Explosion is a really quick and easy way to get a lot of traffic. If you can't do that, then I'd get some kind of like a Pinterest, because you've got some great cat pictures, and get some kind of a Pinterest plugin so that you've got your images going up to Pinterest. You can blog? Awesome. If you've got the time to blog, then I would blog. I'd make sure that you have either videos or images in your blog, and I'd use Social Explosion. You're going to get, particularly off of Pinterest, you should get a lot of traffic. And that should help. You'll get inbound links, even so they're profile inbound links. That'll help to get you a little bit more traffic. It's not going to be geo-targeted traffic, but that'll help you with your rankings. All right, I think that pretty much does the site. Anybody else have any questions? Let's see what else people have said. Hang on a second. Got another question. My view on auto blogging from blog.domain.com on a money site that's not so important and risks can be taken. Wow, like that kind of begs the definition of a money site in my book. That it's not so important and risks can be taken. But yeah, if it's not so important, then go ahead and do that. I'm just trying to think about, so the idea for me in terms of the auto blog, I mean, it depends on what it is that you're auto blogging, right? The vCracken stuff, that's just a plugin that we have that we're going to be, it'll be available to our members here shortly, is an quote auto blogger where it's just pulling in videos from YouTube, videos and content from YouTube. And that's been working related. It puts it into silos. We get a lot of time on site. And if you really curate the content that you're using, then the keywords that you're choosing, then you're actually creating value out of these blogs. If it's content that's like repurposed, I have a couple people that I've been working with, and one of them recommended an auto content generator with some really terrible content that was very spammy, and it got the blog blacklisted in fairly short order. I was actually really surprised. So, you know, you got to just be careful of the auto blogging plugin that you're using. And if it's not actually adding value, I wouldn't attach it to my money blog. If it's adding value, if it's curating the content in some way or another that it's actually useful and germane, then adding it as a subdomain to your money site is a possible consideration. Stephen asks, is there a toolbar for website authority? You mean domain authority, Stephen? Measured on a scale of 1 to 100? I use the Moz. This is the Moz toolbar here. Shows me page authority and domain authority. Jim says, what about linking across silos to a major page on your site to boost that page versus just linking from the category and supporting pages to the top page in the silo? It depends. If your site is niche-y, then you can do that and get away with it. it's not cheap, then it hurt you more than, dang, this connection is terrible today. All right, so Jim was asking about linking across silos. If your site is not nichey, then I think that's actually going to hurt you. The inbound links, the on-site inbound links from non-thematically related content is probably going to not assist your rankings more than the actual passing of domain authority, page authority, and page rank. So I would be more inclined to get some good off-site links or to put more content underneath that page that you're trying to rank. All right, a couple more questions. And then if somebody's got another site, we've got another 15 minutes, we can take a site. Adrian says, I have 2 or more money sites in one niche. At what point should I consider interlinking them? If they're both branded with the same brand, then go for it. You can interlink them at any time because obviously they're the same brand. If you're looking at it from an SEO perspective as to when should you interlink them, I'd probably give them, well, it still doesn't really matter. I was going to say I'd give them a couple of months. I'd let them each become sites in their own right before you interlink them, but it doesn't really matter. You know, when we put up Network Empire, for instance, we linked to it right away from the ThemeZoom site, but the ThemeZoom site was already established for several years. So I don't know if that helps. I don't think that there's any right or wrong way to go with the interlinking. Chris. Oh, lcxgroup.what? If that's a site. .com. Okay. Adrian, that's what I mean by the same brand. So I'm talking about, you were talking about 2 different money sites, and I don't know what you mean by money site. I don't know if they're affiliates or if they're affiliate sites. You know, I might not ever link 2 affiliate money sites together. Just my own personal opinion. I would not necessarily want them to be associated with each other because I'm probably going to cut out while this page is loading. I'll wait till it loads and then I'll say something meaningful. All right. So if you've got 2 different affiliates, the same product, Adrian's question is when should you interlink them? And I actually would want to own as much space on the SERPs page as I possibly can. So I really don't want them associated, both of them associated to me or to each other, because I don't want one of my competitors to turn me into Google and say, hey, you know, these guys shouldn't be ranked because it's 2 different sites, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, in some of those affiliate markets, it can get pretty dog-eat-dog. So I probably would just disguise the ownership and not interlink. That's why we have that model. Wait, I have it here somewhere. That's why we have this model, right? And I wouldn't share links between those sites except for way out on the WR3. So some of these sites on the WR3 can link to the WR2 sites on the other ring. But your money site here, your affiliate money site is one site here, and your affiliate money site for the other one would be on a different plane. And because I want to own as much of that front page as I possibly can. All right, so the site's a week old, brand new. Plastic wrap isn't really unsealed yet. Got good domain authority and good page authority already, despite the lack of page rank. That probably just means the page rank hasn't been updated yet. It usually lags behind. It's an SEO website, SEO, web design, and marketing. And this was who? This was Chris. All right. Silos repeated again down here. Nice clean site. Targeted leads. Seems to be a little bit on the slow side, but again, my connection today is not all that. I'm blaming Matt at this point. Matt's in the other room. He's right beside the router, and I think he is hogging the entire bandwidth. But if this is really, truly that slow to load, then I would put it on the CDN. Wow, that's taking forever. Can you guys still hear me? Give me a 1 if you're still there, or if I'm still here. All right, good. Loads decently from other computers. All right, good. A CDN, it's a content delivery network, and that's what Russ was trying to talk about when he was cutting out so badly. Cloudflare is one of those. There's 2 or 3 top contenders. Wow, if that's my bandwidth, I'm going to just pack Matt up and send him home. Dang. CDN 77, Adrian recommends. Network management. Yeah, I might have to get into my router and figure that out. Chris Guy says it's slow for him as well. So just so you know, this is incredibly slow. That's probably because everybody, all 40 people on the call are trying to hit it at the same time, right? All right. Yeah, there's not that much on the page. That's shocking. Wow. Okay. Let's take a look at your YouTube channel. Oh, it wasn't done loading yet. L6 group. You know, I suspect that somewhere in your settings, you've got it so that your domain comes in front of the titles for everything, or your site name comes in front of the title. And I would probably reverse that. I would put your title first and then your site name, because then it's going to say the best search engine optimization service in Houston, the L6 group. And that's going to put search engine optimization or search engine optimization service or whatever it is your keyword closer to the front. And that would help. So let me come over here for a second and look at your okay. This is Google Webmaster, so that's why the page looks so good. Never mind. All right. So this is done loading. No content in here yet. Oh, you did this with the vSilo plugin, didn't you? And you just had it load all of the videos automatically. Or did you handpick these videos? You're going to want to put, obviously you're going to want to put content. I'm sure if you're into SEO, you know that. We'll try clicking on something else and see what happens. One page is already ranking. First page for city. Sweet! And you haven't had to do anything, huh? Do you have, well, this is just going to be painful. Built it on an existing domain. It was a Hong Kong shipping company, and built 3 PageRank links. All right, good. Houston SEO. Okay. So there we go. Leading SEO company in Houston. All right, that's good. Some good content. Tags. You know what I will say is your call to action, at least on this page. I forget the call to action on the home page. I apologize. I might just like open that up in a new tab. Just completely suck all of my bandwidth. But the like I would have a call to action in your logo, a phone number, contact info, something like that, and then typically for SEO companies, they usually have a pretty good response for opt-in forms. And I would also offer something like, get their email, get their contact info, and give them, I don't know, like a 100-point checklist or something for their website. I personally have like a 300-point checklist that I hand to people because it's so overwhelming. You read through it and you know that all this stuff is stuff you're supposed to do for your website, or at least, a lot of it, and some of it. It's designed so that the person doesn't actually understand all of it unless they're members, right? And so it's designed to overwhelm and say, wow, I really need your services. My checklist is available. I'm trying to think of where it is. I know it's in the certification area. Hang on a second. Let me just see if I can find it quickly. Just try there and see if I can find it. It's either here or it's in Sue's World Domination tool chest. Yeah, I'm going to drop you guys the link. Just because you're here on the call, I will find it and drop you the link. Let me try. And if I don't find it here, then I will put it in the email that goes out for this call, so you guys get it. Hang on a second. This is, no, it's not here. All right, let me just make a note. Checklist in webinar email. So don't just ignore the follow-up email from this webinar because it'll have that link in there. All right, so back at the ranch, let's see what happened finally. Yeah, I can see that this is like a brand new site. That's cute. I have the homepage. All right, so you've got a little bit of a call to action there. This definitely needs to be more-ish. Like, this needs to communicate to me that you are hands down the best person to do my website. What are you doing? Your website design, your search engine optimization, and advertising. I would put a video here instead of this image, instead of the iPhone, a video that is compelling, something that's personal and So it should have a person on it. It shouldn't be like some marketing person who talks well, but it should be like the owner of the company that actually communicates. Is that you, Chris? Silos and footers. Yeah, you can have the silos. I wouldn't put the silos in the footer. I'd put them in the sidebar. So I would have a video of you, Chris, explaining to me what you can do for me. Like, I'm trying to think. There was a really good video. It's no longer up, which is sad. There was a video of an SEO person, an owner of an SEO firm, who he had actually written a book, and that was his entire claim to fame. But he was he'd been in business for quite a while, and he was walking through his offices, and he was talking about the expertise of his team, and he was talking about the kind of effects, like, you know, basically not the drill, but the hole, right, result that his clients had seen. And it was a professionally made video, but it was made to look shaky cam. So it was made like it would switch it in and out between black and white and color, and so it was really kind of cool because it was it had a very, it was an on-purpose, what's the word that I'm looking for? An on-purpose, unprofessional type of a production, which in and of itself I thought was quaint and different. You don't have to go to those extremes. What I am trying to say is that it doesn't have to be ultra smooth and professional. The more real it is, the better people are going to respond to it, particularly when you're targeting local. They want to know that, you know, you're the person down the street, that they can come down and jump up and down in front of your desk when they don't like the results. Like, that gives people a warm fuzzy. And the more real you can be with people on the video, the more they'll respond to that. So so I would do something like that here, just because SEO is, it's got a bad reputation. It's got a reputation of people coming in and taking advantage of their clients and not knowing what's going on and not actually doing what it is that they say they're going to do. So you kind of got to get past that. And it's interesting that it's really interesting. You've got SEO, web design, and marketing here. You've got basically marketing, website, and SEO. Like, you've reversed these two from this order up here. So I'm intrigued to know what your forte actually is. Like, what do you really want to get across to people? And while you might have SEO and web design up here for their keywords, first you're trying to get more targeted leads in your area. Like, what is it that you really want to do for people? Like, just spell it out and be concise and don't be glossy and abstract. Like, when I look at this page, there's nothing personalized about it. Okay, soapbox off. All right, any questions or comments? You guys got me for a couple of more minutes. You can ask me anything because there's nobody else in the call. It's just you and me. You can't ask me about my whips. I will refrain from a couple of topics. No worries, Chris. Adrian asked, if still wants to interact sites, what's the best way to do it? Sidebar, footer? You know, it depends on what it is that you're trying to do. You can put them right up in the main menu if that's the direction that you want to take. No, I'm not going to talk about spec tools either, Sandra. Like Adrian says, if you've got two websites and you want to interlink them, like what's the purpose of the interlinking? That's how you're going to determine where the links are. Like if you want it to be, for example, I've had two different subdomains and I wanted them to all be like one website, so I put it on the silo. I put the links to the other sites on the silo menu. You know, it's just like the one link to the home page of the other site on the silo menu, so that it became like another silo. Any updates for Social Explosion? Yes. Um, yes, we're actually in the process of making some major updates to that. We're going to be rolling out tests tomorrow, today maybe, tomorrow, and probably be testing it for 2 or 3 days. And then we'll roll out a new version next week, and there will be a bunch of updates that come on shortly after that. So by the end of next week, we should have some really good stuff. I haven't actually tried the new SEO Design Solutions theme yet. He's been working on it for so long. I imagine it's spectacular, but I haven't looked at it yet. All right. Okay, then. I think that's everything for today, guys. You've had your opportunity to ask me all of your burning questions. I appreciate it. Somebody else, did I say to use subdomains for linking to the silos? Yeah, I know. What I mean is, when I use subdomains, there are times when I use subdomains and I link to their silo. I want to treat all the subdomains like one huge website. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next month. Have a good one. Ciao.